Not a lot of stress involved watching that game yesterday. It was fun. I mean, all the hard work that they've been grinding and go out there execute like that. Exciting to watch.
So there was a lot of talk about them scoring all those goals.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have just kneeled down or whatever, and maybe over-celebrating. What do you think about that?
I got a lot of thoughts on that. First of all, the first tiebreaker in the World Cup for the group stage is a goal differential. So it would be a crime for them to take the foot off the gas and then finish second in the group because they took the foot off the gas. Second, the best way to build team chemistry, and I think you guys saw that a couple years ago with us, was the way we celebrated with one another. And when you're executing like that, executing at a high level, the whole team gets excited, the whole team gets involved, and it's really the best way to build chemistry because you see people so happy for another person's success. And I think you saw that with the entire team going out there yesterday, celebrating each and every person's success because it's been building for so long. These girls have been training 4 years for another World Cup. A lot of them, it's their first time. And so to see how involved, excited each and every girl, I mean, you see my wife, she got subbed off as excited as everyone out there celebrating. I thought that's the best way to build team chemistry, camaraderie, and I thought it was special for them to celebrate like that. I didn't think it was a negative thing.
Where did you watch the game yesterday?
I was home, so we have a great head coach. I was able to watch the game at home, focus on that. I was very grateful that he let me watch the game.
Camus said that you had a special outfit that you left here.
Yeah, big stars and stripes day for me yesterday. I had the Mr. Ertz jersey on. These are blue starred shorts. I'm sure I'll pull it out when I'm over there.
How nervous, I mean, I know the score was lopsided, but how nervous are you normally watching those games?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough as an athlete. We always feel like we have some semblance of control when we're playing. And when I'm sitting in the stands, I have no control over the outcome. And obviously, I have a very vested interest in the outcome of the game, not only being American, but my wife being on the team. And so it's tough just sitting there. I see all the hard work. I want to see them all succeed. But I want to see my wife healthy. I want to see Julie healthy. And I want to see them do well because I see the hard work they do each and every day. So
do you guys commiserate with stuff like that? Like, for instance, she had to sit through the Super Bowl. I feel similar to you sitting through the World Cup.
Yeah, similar. I mean, we've shared a lot of special experiences with one another, and we're able to talk things through like that all the time. And it is definitely unique sitting in the stands, but it is fun being there, supporting, seeing the hard work she does, and seeing it all pay off on the field. Doing what she loves is fun.
Zach, you mentioned Doug. Is that something he came to you about? Did you go to him and request it?
No, it was Doug. Doug let me go. I wasn't going to ask. I want to be with the guys. Obviously, I could be in France right now, see that game yesterday, but I thought it was important for me to be here with the guys because we got something special building, and I'm fortunate enough to see a couple games out there in a couple weeks. So I'm just excited to be here with the guys. But I was very grateful he let me miss the meetings in the afternoon.
When you talk about something special here, Doug talked today about a different vibe from this team this year because you guys were pretty upset about the way your season ended last year. Tell us about maybe the chip on the shoulder that he's talking about that you guys all have.
I mean, I think there's a lot of expectations internally with us. Obviously, it's early. It's June 11th right now, June 12th, whatever it is. But you look around the locker room, in terms of talent, I've never been on a team like this. Just top to bottom of the roster. Guys competing at a high level. This is a lot of guys' fourth year in the system. And you bring in guys like a Deshaun Jackson. I mean, you guys saw it today. The safety cuts me in the middle of the field like they've done time and time again, and Deshaun takes it 60 yards. So we just are so complementary. The talent we have is so complementary to one another. As an offense, we set really high standards for ourselves. And it's up to us to execute. I mean, it is June 12th, so we got a lot of room to improve, a lot of egos to get away, because everyone's here is focused on just winning games, and no one's focused on stats or anything like that, and I think that's what everyone is so excited about.
When you say talent level, you've never been on a team like this. I mean, it's pretty impressive when you guys won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
yeah, I mean, I think I stand behind that comment for sure. The talent we have on this roster, second to none that I've been here. But in terms of executing, coming together as a team, building the chemistry, that's what really separated that team when we won it a couple years ago, was how close we were on and off the field. So that's still coming, still early, and that's why we have training camp. That's why we have mandatory minicamp. And that's why we hang out off the field, to build that team chemistry with one another and hopefully execute when it matters.
Zach, what's your reaction to Carson's game?
Excited for him. Really excited for him. Couldn't happen to a better guy. Obviously, the contract situation is out the window. No one's going to talk about that. It's just another distraction to kind of put away. For him, he knows where he's going to be the next 6 years of his life. So really happy for him. Really excited for him because, I mean, that can linger over a lot of quarterbacks for a long time. And fortunately for both sides, it got done, and now it's just onward and upward for everyone.
We hold each other accountable. That's what I like about this room. Even though it's young, you know, you got guys that know what they're doing, and you got a lot of young guys with a lot of experience, and that make it good.
I think is there a saying about the competition in the room that you guys always repeat? Is that right? I forget. Sydney was maybe telling me about it. I forget what it is.
Iron sharpens iron?
Well,
iron sharpens iron, but
there's one I think specifically in the defensive backs
we
room.
compete or die.
Right,
so that's what he said.
yeah,
We compete or die. Yeah.
You feel like you've earned a spot somewhere?
I mean, it don't really matter. I just want to be on the field any way I can. Special teams, defense, it doesn't really matter as long as I, able to contribute to help the team win.
How much more comfortable do you feel going into this year, kind of going through everything that you did and playing the positions you did last year?
I feel a lot more comfortable, coming out here for the second time at the minicamp and, just knowing as much as I know now than I knew last year. So I still got a lot to learn, just dealing with a lot of positions. I'm still learning every day, but I feel a lot comfortable, not more comfortable.
Do you feel like the biggest difference is mentally, the playbook more, or is it physically you feel like you're fitting more into it?
I know the playbook more. Last year when I was thrown back at safety, that made me learn a lot more on what I had to know. So, coming into it now, I was moving around from nickel to the corner. Even when I was here, when I was at camp, I was moving from nickel to the corner and things like that. So, I got a better understanding of the playbook, so it make it a lot easier.
Do you still treat like every single one of these workouts as an audition? I mean, are you still at that point?
Yeah, everyone is at that point. Every play, we play it like it's our last, because you never know what's going to happen. So, you out here competing, you want to have fun, you want to win. So when we out here, we take every play serious.
What is that like for all of you? There's a lot of guys at your position or positions, cornerback, safety, and everything.
Yeah.
It's a lot of guys competing for spots.
Yeah.
And a guy like Jalen's not even healthy. I mean, what is it like, the camaraderie with you guys, even though you're competing against each other and trying to figure out where everybody's going to play?
It make it fun. You got guys you competing with outside the room and inside the room, and that's what make it fun. And what make it better is we hold each other accountable. We always push each other along, and if you make a play, it's not just like you jumping around. You jump around with the guys in your room, and then we even tighter outside of it, so we do things on the outside. So it's not like anyone's like clashing. So we perfectly fine in that room, and I like it because we all young. You compete.
What did you say to Carson after the interception?
Thanks for the gift. That's my guy. Nah, me and Carson close, and I like playing with him. I like to bring the best out of him. so when I go talk to him, he's gonna get the best out of him.
What did you see on that play?
It's just playing football. I know I was outside leverage, and he broke up field, and I feel like I undercut it, and Carson threw it there. So.
Sort of front row seat for this receiver competition that's going on. Who are some of the young receivers that have stood out? Doug talked today about Mark and Mitchell.
Yeah, he's done. I think that's what I would say. Yeah, he caught a deep pass on me yesterday. So he's definitely a good player. I mean, all them guys. All of them, really. I mean, it's not one I really haven't seen that having a bad camp. When I'm out there, and sometimes when I'm not out there, I'm probably talking to one of the DBs about what they seen on this and that play. But when I do get a glimpse, I do see good things from him.
You think you were covering him today on that?
Yeah. Yep. Right? See, yesterday he ran that same route and he caught that deep ball on me. So he's definitely been playing very well.
You and Dallas are very close off the field.
Yeah.
Do you guys discuss football a lot?
Nah.
Get your pointers, or once you leave here, it's...
No, once we leave here, we done with the football. We more into outside the world things. Maybe another sport like basketball. Mm-hmm. But now we watch TV, talk about TV shows, probably play some video games. After that, we come back in here, we on our job. So.
In here last year as a rookie, it seemed like you were able to pick things up really quickly. It's kind of what the coaches were most impressed about. Was that always, you always had that ability, or is it something you wanted to concentrate on coming in the NFL? Yeah,
I mean, when I was in college, I took a high pride on knowing a lot of positions, knowing more than one position, because my college coach, Bernardo Hill, he's with Denver now, and he always praised me on knowing a lot of positions. Even though I only played corner, but I knew what our safety was doing. I knew what our nickelback was doing. And, and I was always in there. I was like, you know what, I'm going to listen to you. You played a long time in the league, and when I first got here, my first year, look what happened. So, I've always been that way, and always try to learn a lot of tips, and they help you on the field as well.
Avonte, what are your thoughts on the tweaks to the pass interference rule?
The change to it with the DPI and the OPI, or just
with the replay as well?
Oh, with the replay. Oh, yeah. That's gonna make the game a little bit tricky. I mean, I know if you're passing it to somebody else and then somebody else on the other side was holding or something, or pass interference in some way, they can call it back. But as a defensive player, you never like it. But it's an offensive game, so gotta accept it. Make you play with your feet.
Do you think it's enough to avoid a situation like the Saints had this past year?
Yeah, I think it will be. To be honest, yeah. If you can replay anything and the ref see it, it's probably gonna be reversed. So.
Do you have a favorite memory from last year's training camp? Your first one in the league?
Snap. Last year's training camp, do I have a memory?
Favorite story or
favorite story? Oh, Ertz.
Ertz,
you lucky it wasn't you. I don't know. I kind of moving in the now right now. Training camp. Well, it's been a lot of time. I think it was a time when I probably caught an interception. I don't know. I can't really remember. I'm sorry.
I know you probably don't care what position you play as long as you play, but is there a favorite between corner, safety, slot? I mean, do you have one that you favor over the other?
I like them all.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So my favorite is all three. I'm sorry, I'm putting them in the same. They all number one. They top it first.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they all. I feel like. I don't know, they all kind of the same. Nickel and corner is kind of the same. I feel like you just get a little bit more in nickel. You got to know a lot more. And in safety, I feel like I'm at center field because I see the whole field. So it really doesn't really matter. I like them all, to be honest.